Mouse, deer, and crocodile.
Mouse deer who was very hungry. He searched for food everywhere but couldn't find any. She decided to go to the river to drink some water and saw a crocodile sleeping. But while she was drinking water, she saw a garden of delicious cucumbers on the other side of the river. She thought for a long time about how to get across and the river without getting eaten. She finally came up with an idea. The story continues with Mouse Deer trying to wake up the crocodiles. She tried to wake her up slowly at first, but the crocodiles wouldn't wake up. So Mouse Deer shouted loudly to wake him up. The crocodiles was very angry because someone woke him up from this nap. The crocodile asked Mouse Deer why she was so brave to wake him up. Mouse Deer confidently told the crocodiles that she would give her and all the other crocodiles in the river fresh meat to eat. The crocodiles was very happy because he hadn't found any food all day. The crocodiles then called all the other crocodiles in the river. Mouse Deer was secretly longing because he had tried to kill the crocodiles so easily. Some of the crocodiles were excited because they hadn't found much food, but others were suspicious because Mouse Deer was known for being tricky. But with a little convincing, all the crocodiles believed Mouse Deer and were excited for the punishment. Mouse Deer had a plan to estimate how many pieces of first meat he would distribute to them. One of the crocodiles asked Mouse Deer how she would know how many crocodiles three were in the river, so that he could make sure that everyone would get some fresh meat.
With a plan and told all the crocodiles to line up along the river. They formed a bridge to the mainland across from where Mouse Deer was standing. Once they were lined up, Mouse Deer explained that she would jump after all the crocodiles were counting them. This way, she would know how many crocodiles there were and make sure that each one would get some fresh meat. Just as Mouse Deer was about to jump, one of the crocodiles said, "Why don't you just have me count? You don't have to jump and make it hard to yourself." Mouse Deer was surprised by the idea and tried to act calm and natural. The crocodile started counting, but he couldn't remember the number and stopped at the count of 3. Finally, the crocodiles ordered Mouse Deer to jump over them. Mouse Deer jumped on the heads of the crocodiles while counting them. When she reached the end of the line, Mouse Deer cheered and laughed happily. "Ha ha! I'm sorry the fresh meat was just a trick," said Mouse Deer. The crocodiles were very disappointed, but one of them had a plan to catch Mouse Deer the next time. After tricking the crocodiles, Mouse Deer ate as many cucumbers as she wanted from the farmer's garden. The crocodiles saw her eating and said, "Eat as much as you want, so there will be enough meat for all of us." But Mouse Deer didn't pay attention to them because he knew they were planning something. As he ate, Mouse Deer thought about how she could cross the river again. Then a sparrow appeared and Mouse Deer asked him to talk quietly. The crocodiles tried to listen, but they couldn't hear because Mouse Deer and the sparrow were too far away. While they talked, Mouse Deer came out with a new plan to trick the crocodile. She told the sparrow that if he asked, the sparrow should know. Then Mouse Deer walked closer to the edge of the river and pretended not to be afraid. She said she heard from a bird that King Solomon was throwing a party and that he had an invitation. The sparrow nodded and the crocodiles believed in her, letting her jump over them. But when Mouse Deer reached the other side of the river, the sparrow said the party had actually been held a week ago. The crocodiles were mad that the Mouse Deer tricked them twice before. They had a meeting to think of a new plan to catch him. They decided to trick him again by saying there was an apple orchard on the other side of the river.
Mouse Deer saw the crocodiles talking and knew something was up. One crocodile even asked him to come closer to the river and said they would help him cross to the apple orchard. But Mouse Deer was smart and knew it was a trap. He said he was too full to eat more apples. The crocodiles were upset but didn't give up. They had another plan. The next day, Mouse Deer saw no crocodiles in the river and felt safe. She sat on a rock near the river and thought the crocodiles were still asleep. The mouse deer felt happy and safe as she sat on a rock near the river bank. She enjoyed the cool morning air and drank the clear river water. Little did she know that the crocodiles had a plan in their brains. The crocodiles had been tricked several times. This time, they were determined to catch the mouse deer. The crocodile has made a plan by surprising the mouse deer when the mouse deer drinks river water and enjoys the cool morning air. They thought that if it was successful, the crocodile would immediately bite the mouse deer's leg. In order for their plan to succeed, the crocodiles decided to remain silent and not make any movements, so that the deer would believe that the crocodiles were not in the river. As Mouse Deer sat on a rock, he noticed that there were no crocodiles around. She thought it was a rare opportunity and decided to sit on a rock by the river. Without any suspicion, Mouse Deer jumped onto the rock. The crocodile watched from a distance and waited for the right moment to attack Mouse Deer. Suddenly, the crocodile appeared among the river rocks. Kancil was surprised to see the unexpected appearance of the crocodile. The crocodile tried and succeeded in biting the mouse deer's leg. But Mouse Deer was smarter. She knew how to release the crocodile's bite from the mouse deer's leg. However, the crocodile did not believe the mouse deer because he had been fooled several times. Mouse Deer also has her own plan to get rid of the crocodile's bite. She told the crocodile that what he bit was not his leg, but it was a twig that resembled his leg, and the mouse deer's real leg was in the bushes near the mouse deer. But Carter remembers that it will not be deceived 1,000 times. Mouse Deer panicked with the crocodile, not believing the mouse deer's trick. Not long afterward, a rhinoceros came and saw that there were deer and crocodiles. The crocodile asked what you were doing. The crocodile asked what you were doing. The deer and the crocodile. The mouse deer immediately had the idea to trick the rhino to help escape the threat of the crocodile. The rhinoceros believed the mouse deer and he helped by throwing wooden blocks at the crocodile's body so that the crocodile let go of the mouse deer's leg. But instead, the rhinoceros was threatened that he would replace the mouse deer as a substitute for the mouse deer's food. However, the rhino's strength is so great that the rhino wins against the crocodile's attack and the crocodile loses.